Yo, what's up trainers, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we're gonna be diving into the Halloween Cup. Bug, Poison, Ghost, Fairy and Dark type Pokemons are the Pokemons that are allowed in this meta, if I am correct. If not, make sure to leave something down in the comments below. The team I'm using today, I'm gonna showcase two teams, one team in particular, which is going to be this first team. The second team is going to be just one battle, one extra battle, because I do want to showcase that team as it is just a very strong ABB line. It's going to be the last battle, so make sure to stick around for this video. Also, the reason why this footage is cut this way is because recently, this last week I should say, I was really frustrating with the game where all my battles just kept on freezing, and once I tried to log back in, I forced to close the app, tried to come back into the battle real quick. It just didn't come back in, and it was just unplayable, where a lot of those sets were recorded, but then it just froze, and I didn't really have anything with those records to do or use it for anyways. So without further ado, let's hop into these battles. Where in the first battle we lead into a Swilus with the Azu. Azu, by the way, is such a good lead. They say swap into that scissor and we just hard lock it down. We fire blast the Swilus as we are here right now. We come back in with the Azu, and they gotta throw here because they know that switch time is gonna come back up. And whatever's in the back probably has a good time against my Azu, but we have a very good response in the back into the Golbat, where we can just easily come back in and just go for Poison Fang straight away. We don't need to bait here, we don't need to do whatever. I'm just gonna go for the Poison Fang as soon as I get there, making sure that they're probably not gonna shield here, and that the wing attack is going to add up as soon as or as quick as possible. Where now, look at those wing attacks. We can go for yet another Poison Fang, and my opponent doesn't know it yet, but this game is already over. They are gonna shield here. They still think they got some chance. We can easily shield here as well. Farm them all the way down maybe, and then leave with a move as well maybe. Let's see if we can get there. We actually do, and we have the move loaded, and if this game was over already, it is now. So GG's to my opponent. Next game, we face yet another positive lead. Telling you guys, once again, telling you trainers, Azu lead is a very strong lead right now. A lot of dragon, a lot of dark, a lot of you name it, ground, a lot of water or the Greninja. Honestly, a lot of Pokemons that are weak on the lead against the Azu. So here, once again, hard save swap into that scissor. We got the hardest answer for it. Leave with so much energy, and we're just gonna go for one fire spin here, or one shadow bone here after one fire spin, and we're just gonna fire off this energy. As you can see right now, it does a lot of damage. We get the defense fell. We go for yet another move before they reach the Aqua Tail, and this is going to KO if they let this go as well. Now let's see, they let this go, and this is going to be a GG. What do they have in the back? It's going to be an SCAF. So we would have probably taken out their whole team by one just with the Marowak, so that's huge. Alrighty, next game. We face a Carbink on the lead, which is absolutely the place where we want to see it. Honestly, this team is sort of an ABB line as well, where the Golbat is the safe swap of your team. I think in this video you will see me safe swap into that Marowak as well, because I thought it was better. But in general, use the safe swap of the Golbat. Why? Because if they have the Carbink in the back, they are tempted to probably reply with that to your Golbat, and Golbat does really fine where it puts it into the red, the Carbink, and basically deletes it for you, and then you can farm it down with your Azu later on. Also, it then clears the way for your Marowak to just shine and sweep in the end game with the fire spin and also with the shadow bone. Another side note is that you should run probably Bone Club instead of the fire spin or fire blast, which I'm using, but I didn't want to TM it away because I only have like 6 or 7 charge TMs. I'm so low on charge TMs, and the shadow event is gonna come back up real soon, so I just want to preserve all my TMs for those shadow mons, so that I can TM away frustration. So yeah, that's really the situation at my on my part or my end right now. Otherwise I would have ran probably Bone Club in this poison meta, obviously. So here we will shoot up this move. Farm them all the way down, and now we leave with yet another Poison Fang. I'm gonna throw it straight away, making sure that they won't get the Rock Slide off if they had one, and I think they had one because there wasn't a Rock Throw getting through. And as you can see, they got the Jelly Sand in the back. Now this game isn't over already if you thought so. Yeah, I'm just gonna store a lot of energy, so I will make another Shadow Ball. Or a Shadow Ball, I should say, yes. And now they're gonna go for yet another Shadow Ball of their own, taking us out, and we can come back in with the Golbat. If I go for the bait in this scenario, that's just a straight lose count for me. Although it also gives me a chance of probably one-shotting the what's it called, the Jelly Sand, but I don't want to risk it, and I think it's the better play to just go for the Shadow Ball in this scenario. Here, they're gonna take us out probably with a Surf, as one Surf is going to be enough to take us out here. As you can see, they go for the Surf, and now I know I'm not Shadow, so I might be able to tank one Shadow Ball. I'm feeling quite confident that I know I can tank one. As you can see right now, we actually tank one. We leave with a decent amount of HP. Do we reach a Shadow Bomb? Yes, we do, and this is enough, I think, to get the KO on the Jelly Sand and get the dub as well. Does it KO? It does, and that's going to be a GG. Very well played. Alrighty, next game. So in the next game we face a big core breaker in Charjabug. So in general, the way I like to play is just stay in, go for the Hydro Pump, hope it lands, and if it lands, you're in a good spot. If it doesn't land and your opponent is going to shoot up their Charjabug, you're in a worse spot, I should say. Also, this Charjabug is not running Volt Switch. They are running, I think, Spark or Charge Beam. I think it's Spark. If they run Charge Beam, it's even worse, but I think it's Spark, which I'm not sure is the right fast move trainer. I think you should be running the charge move of Volt Switch, but obviously that's an Elite TM. Maybe they're out of Elite TMs. Anyways, in this game I do swap into that Marowak. Why? I don't really know. I'm just core broken by the Charjabug, so at this point, yeah, it's kind of hard to come back from, especially when they have something in the back, like a Jelly Sand, maybe something else in the back, which is strong against my Marowak. Although we do reach another Shadow Bone, so now maybe they shield this move up, and we have a chance of maybe hitting that Hydro Pump later on against the Charjabug. But they know better, and they actually, let it go. They got a Dragalge in the back, and at this point, I wish I had probably the Bone Club where I could hit them for super effective damage. Also, I'm gonna shield up this move because I do need to preserve my Marowak, hoping to maybe get some Fire Spin damage off. Can we reach the Play Rough before they take us out? We cannot, and that's absolutely, well, devastating for us, because as you can see, if we landed that Play Rough, I think they would have been very low, where this Fire Spin would probably put them into a range where we would afterwards would be able to farm them down with a Poison Fang, looking back at it right now, or with just wing attacks, I should say, and then we actually would have probably reached a Shadow Ball against the Dragalge and won this game. So this game was closer than it might look right now, but we're gonna get taken out here. I'm not gonna throw this game is over at this point, but I think looking back at it right now, we actually had a decent chance. So looking for some redemption in the next game, where we face yet another Charjabug, and this time around they are running the fast move of Volt Switch, which is a bit unfortunate, or no, well, I wouldn't say a bit more unfortunate, as it is just, well, how the matchup should be, right? But this time around we're gonna go for yet another Hydro Cannon. Will they shield? Hopefully they won't, because if they shield, this game is just probably going to be very tough for us again. And they decided to let it go, which is absolutely huge for us, because now we can hopefully reach another move. If they decide to try to farm us down, they know better, they're gonna go for the move here. And now, can we farm them down before they actually reach another move? If so, we would be in a very good spot. I'm gonna come in with my Golbat, because I feel like after the Charjabug is gone, my Golbat is going to shine. Now let's see, what do they have in the back, and they are thinking about it. I don't know what they're thinking about, but let's see. They actually decided top left. So this is a great example of when you get that Pokemon that basically core breaks you on the lead. If you get rid of it and you get that extra farm on the Pokemon that was also weak against it, you're in a good spot. And this trainer didn't, probably thought I'm done already after this lead. So final game of this video is going to be that other team. I didn't change the chart for it. My Nidoqueen is rank 60 or something like that. Not the best, but it's okay. It's also not Shadow. I wish I had Shadow for this meta, to be honest, but it's fine. It just has some disadvantages as it has advantages as well. And in this case, it just helps out really well, as we can easily tank one Brine. We cannot take two, but anyways, we're gonna go for the Earth Power. If you bait in this scenario, I think baiting is an okay call, to be honest, because you will outpace anyways, if I'm correct. So at this point I could have maybe baited and then go for the Earth Power, well, where it then will probably get the KO after the debuff, but at this point going for straight going for the Earth Power is probably the safer call, although I do think it doesn't really matter in this matchup. So here, as you can see, we go for the Earth Power. It lands. They reach yet another Brine, which is a bit unfortunate, so I'm now just gonna use my shield here and now overfarm quite a lot. They make a nice player by sniping. Wasn't really expecting them to snipe here. They take us out, fine, but this, well, frees the way for us to basically get the KO against the what's it called, the Greninja. Now this is also the reason why I added this battle, because in general this team does very well against Carbink. It doesn't matter if it's in the back or on the lead, because you got the Azu and the Nidoqueen, but this time around they actually got rid of the Nidoqueen, which is fine, because now they have it in the back. And honestly, this is why I want to showcase it. In the other team, where you save swap into that Golbat and they probably come in with a Carbink, just look at how well Shadow Golbat does in this matchup. We're just gonna go straight for the Poison Fangs here, allowing or debuffing our opponent, where also the bubble in the end of the Azumarill is going to do more and more. But look at this, they're almost in the red after this next Poison Fang, and this will actually be this will be a Poison Fang where they even might consider shielding, which they do, and now this clears the way for us to Hydro Pump this Carbink, as we are still too healthy. We're almost at the Hydro Pump. They need, I think, 3 Moonblasts to take us out here. And yeah, that's going to be a GG, very well played. We're just gonna go for the Hydro, say hello Carbink, and now we're gonna delete you later and get deleted. See you later, alligator. And that's going to be it for this video. So hopefully you trainers enjoyed this video. Hopefully this showcased you how strong these both teams can be. I think the first team is more like an well, very alignment based team, where if you got a good lead, they save swap it to whatever, you can just hard lock it down with one of those. And with the second team is more like an ABB style team, where it just, I think, well, requires a bit more well, skill in gameplay, but it's a very strong team as well. So hopefully you trainers enjoyed this video. I'll see you trainers in the next video. Peace.